Hey everybody, it's me, Ghost McVeigh, coming at you with a unboxing from ringside. And for once, I actually know what figure I got. If you're from Instagram, you already know, most likely, that my Rey Mysterio I've had for years, his leg snapped. I was very sad about it, because I had him for years. Well, my dad went out and bought me none other than the WCW Elite 67 Rey Mysterio Jr. Now, this pamphlet here has been the same ever since, God knows when. They put it like this, and right now I got the Elite 64 Jey Uso, the Elite 62 Roman and Braun. Trying to find Elite 63's Dean Ambrose and Shelton. And maybe the WrestleMania Elite Series Triple H and Undertaker. I want the Shield 3-pack, Hardy's 2-pack, Festival of Friendships, Goldberg entrance greats, Finn Balor entrance greats, Jeff Hardy, and then Undisputed Era. And then maybe the NWO Macho Man, Brian Kendrick, and Matt Hardy. And then I kind of want all the accessories in this. My lighting is not going to be good right now. I'm moving this. Yeah, perfect actually. So you guys could see it a little bit better. Now, okay, so normally I don't read the bios, but for once, it says, in a battle of title versus mask, Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero tore the house down at Halloween Havoc 1997 for the WCW Cruiserweight. Yeah, sure, WCW Cruiserweight. It's in the box. Funny. But, now this attire alone was based on none other than the Phantom. At least by what I heard, that's what it's based on. I was not alive during this time period, sadly. But I wish I was. Everyone here on this show, or on my channel, knows I have a little gimmick of throwing the boxes. Okay, so the so-called WCW Cruiserweight Championship. Yeah, no. WWE, can't fool us. This is the original Cruiserweight Championship from WWE. Still neat. Really, really tiny though. I don't know why. That's gonna bother me. Now, if you guys see my ring, I already had one of these. What they do is you attach it to the ring post, and you put a wrestler on it and make it look like they're jumping. Me, I really don't need it right at this moment, so. And before we get the figure out, of course, everyone knows the new wrestling figures comes with the interchangeable hand gimmick. So, yeah, that's all Rey has. 2 closed fists. All the figures I've had with the interchangeable hands, I've just been putting their extra hands in this baggie. So, it's all sealed up. But, oh my. It's been a while since I've held a Rey Mysterio Elite that has been so skinny. Oh my. He has a unique feel to him, guys. That's for sure. The hands look a little out of proportion with the rest of his arm, but that's fine. Feels great, to be honest, but it feels so weird. It really does, because I'm used to him having the baggy pants. People was talking about having Mattel make the ripped mask. I would have liked to see that as an accessory. So just like that right there, plug on the other hand head at the end of the match or something. But they was saying it would have been too hard for Mattel. Jax went ahead and did it. Like, literally, Jax did it way before Mattel ever thought about doing this attire. Way before Mattel got the rights to the WWE figures. Jax already did it back there in the WCW days. Rey Mysterio, he is awesome. I mean, how I have my camera set, yeah, that's how tall he is. He's barely tall. He's barely taller than the box. Again, the Cruiserweight Championship, if you hold it, it's tiny. But put it on, say, him, it's like the biggest title in the world. I think it's just how it feels in my hand. One thing I do gotta admit, he does have his little eagles on his arm. And yes, you can actually take off the gauntlets. So, and it actually reveals more detail of at the time he had question marks on almost all of his attires. One thing I remember about this, if I remember correctly about this, he had, wow, see what I mean, guys, by his hands were too big. I'm pretty sure when he came out to the ring in this attire, he had two masks. He had the normal mask he wears in the ring, and then he had a entrance mask. And I'm not talking about one of the entrance masks that he wore in WWE, where it comes down to like here, and he takes off and put it on a fan. No, it was an actual mask attached to a string that would hang off his neck. Great detail. I love this figure. I'll be getting his other WCW attire in the next few weeks with quite a few other wrestling figures. My boy, Immortal Figs, up on Instagram. I may put his link down in the description below. He's a wonderful guy. He's hooking me up with a lot of figures. I'm hooking him up with some good figures. And just knowing that I have a bro like him is all the while. I mean, but this figure is awesome. Of course, again, the question marks he was really infamous for during the time. Wonderful detail. That head looks a little too big for the body, I do gotta say. And the hands, again, look too big for the body. But when you have the gauntlets on, you can't tell. But you kinda can. My camera just slid. Of all the other parts of the attire, I think my favorite would have to be the white miniature skull on the back. It just looks really dope. If I had the Jax Ray with the Tor head skin, I probably would have taken that head skin off, sent it to my boy DWO, or someone who could shrink the head skins and get it shrunken down to Mattel size, so I could use that gimmick of having his mask tore halfway through the match. And I think that would work out. Now, if you followed my Instagram page for a while, you know the Rey Mysterio that broke went by the name of Tajiri in MWA, because I changed the arms on him, so he didn't have the Rey Mysterio arms, but he had the Rey Mysterio body mask. This figure right here was supposed to replace him, but since I'm getting that other WCW one, which is like the white attire, I think, he's not wearing a shirt in it, but he has no tattoos, hardly recognizable as Rey. That will be my Tajiri figure. Tajiri will be out with injury, so right now this will be the Fig. This will be my Rey Mysterio, which right now is general manager / in-ring performer. So this would help me out big time. I absolutely love this figure. I mean, sorry about that, guys. I absolutely love this figure. It's probably one of the best Rey Mysterio WCW attires that they could have made. Again, I would have loved if they would have made the torn mask like right here on the right or left side of me. And if they would have gave us the cloth mask that we could have put on him, so we could put it on him or other figures, to be honest. Hold up, guys. Give me just 1 second. Here's my custom Dolph Ziggler figure you guys seen. So, no, this is not accurate height for Dolph. It's pretty close to it. And actually, it looks right about accurate, because if you would put these guys, I mean, Dolph was taller than Rey. Not by much. And just, like, this Rey Mysterio figure alone could have carried this entire elite line if it wasn't for the Jeff Hardy, Cedric, Velveteen Dream, and Randy Orton. Shayla Baszler, don't get me wrong, she's a good wrestler, but I don't watch enough NXT to really like her. Velveteen Dream, Aleister Black, Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, Ricochet, which I followed Ricochet before he joined WWE. Quite a few, EC3 even, I followed way before he joined WWE. If you remember, EC3 was part of none other than TNA. Dixie Carter's nephew, I'm pretty sure was his gimmick. But, I know I'm not showing much of the Rey, but this Rey, he is phenomenal. He is probably one of the best Rey Mysterio figures out. There's only 2 other ones I would prefer currently, and that would be the ringside exclusive Flash Mysterio, and that's when he dressed up in his Flash attire. Or even the Elite Series Halloween Cinco de Mayo Rey Mysterio, where he had the skeleton face paint, and he was supposed to be like a, kind of like a scorpion, or not scorpion, skeleton. But, you know, this is still pretty cool. You know, have him come down, splash. Probably most recognizable for me would be this type of Mysterio is the WCW. I grew up watching both WWE and WCW, and I watched more WCW matches with Rey in it than I did WWE. So, just having a WCW Rey when I refused to get one a long time ago because I didn't know how to feel about him. Yeah, I'm more proud of getting this Rey than anything. Again, Cruiserweight title, let's show it with Dolph. I mean, come on. I mean, it's way too small for a big competitor. I mean, see, it looks way too small in his hands. The plates look too small. So, most likely, I'm getting another one, which came with, I think, the other Rey Mysterio. So, for my Cruiserweight division, it's just going to be their tag titles, to be honest. It would probably be best. I would have loved if this was the WCW Cruiserweight Championship, because I think it would have fit perfectly, but WWE don't really want people knowing about WCW all that much. They don't want their fans remembering WCW. They don't even remember WCW. straight up got rid. They destroyed WCW. But, yeah. And since Rey Mysterio is a big name in WWE once again, they may release his WCW attires, but they're going to make it seem as WWE-ish as they possibly can. And that's very common with WWE. I mean, look at Goldberg. Yeah. Or even Surfer Sting. I mean, regular Sting, yes. He did come to WWE as regular Sting, but the Surfer Sting, they just made him look more like a jacked WWE superstar, not a semi-jacked Dolph Ziggler-esque body or Shawn Michaels-esque body version that he should have been. But there you guys go. My WCW Mysterio. And actually, I have to do this comparison. These are all official figures. There's none other than WCW Sting. So we can see that Rey, yes, was a lot smaller than Sting. Smaller than Mr. Rob Van Dam. And probably one of Rey's biggest rivals, Edge. So, yeah. I mean, it's still pretty cool having all these figures together. If I do display, these two would most definitely be together in a display case. Just for the simple fact of them being WCW. So there you guys go. See ya. My phone's glitching. Bye, guys.